Hello, thank you for listening to A Glimpse of the Kingdom. I'm Dr. David Pendergrass. I have a marriage retreat workshop coming up here not too long from now, and so marriage and weddings and so forth is fresh on my mind, not to mention because I do a lot of marriage counseling and premarital counseling and so forth. In fact, one couple that I've done premarital counseling should be getting married in the next hour or so, so that's exciting. I've been thinking a lot about relationships as I prepare for this workshop at the end of March. And if you want more information on this workshop, please go to davidpendergrassconsulting.com, davidpendergrassconsulting.com. It's called Rebuilding Your Marriage, and I would love to have you. You see the information on there. But I want to just say a little bit about some things I've been thinking about, because I see this so often in the media, but also in people with whom I meet. A common issue that makes a couple or certain individuals in a marriage relationship so discouraged is when they can't figure out where the breakdown is, what's going wrong. And there seems to be this common mindset amongst a lot of people, at least in my experience, and then watching TV and the news and hearing people talk, just a lot of anecdotal evidence in my experience, that you just don't really know if you're going to make it. I mean, you hear that all the time. Well, if I don't make it, then I'll always be fine. Or sign my prenuptial agreement just in case. Just in case. You never know. And so forth. You just, it's kind of love as it goes, and romantic comedy or rom-coms, they're written all the time, and there's always the character who says, you don't know anything about it. Either love doesn't exist, it's not real, and so by the end, the main character now is a believer in love, or something like that. But at some point, there's someone skeptical saying, you just never know, and it just happens. And it's one of the number one reasons why when people have affairs in TV shows and movies, that's one of the number one reasons they give the reason for the affair, and that is, well, we fell in love. Well, it just didn't work out. Sometimes you just don't know, son or daughter, why these things happen. You just don't love them. And it seems to give, to me, the impression that so many people think that marriages last because of some unknown reason. It's kind of like if the horoscope didn't work out well, or if the stars align just right, or if Lady Luck is on your side, or if magic is real, or if you're just a lucky person, or, there's all kinds of reasons why. It can't be because it was on purpose. It's just because of some other unknowable thing in the universe. For some reason, certain people are able to stick in there for a long time. I want to encourage you, if that's your view at all, if you know someone for whom that's true, if you've been influenced by that belief at all, I would encourage you by telling you that's false. That's complete nonsense. You can be married for a lifetime, and not just be married, because that's not the goal, is just stick in there just because you're stuck in there, but to stick in there for a lifetime and be happy about it. Just really be joyful, be fulfilled. You really can do it. And it's not based on the alignment of the stars. It's not based on your horoscopes. If you're a Libra or whatever they are, because I don't care and don't read them, it's nonsense. But it's not based on that. It's not based just because of where you grew up. It's not based on what race you are, or socioeconomic factors and mystery and blah, blah, blah. It's not based on fairy dust. It's not based on you complete me, as Jerry Maguire says so long ago. It's a great movie. What is it based on? Well, in my experience, having been married for 16 years, but also my experience of working with many, many couples, and having done research on what healthy couples do, it seems to me that the reason why they thrive versus divorce, or versus just staying in there just to be stuck in there, is based on two things. They have particular healthy beliefs that have particular healthy habits. That's it. That is to say, there are deliberate tools that they employ in their marriage to get what you get. There are particular healthy beliefs or principles, and there are particular healthy habits that you can practice to have a healthy, wonderful marriage. Now, the first step, of course, is just getting over the false idea that you just can't control it. You're just at the whims of the universe and the whims of your heart. That's just silly. It's I don't mean to make fun of Hollywood movies, but that's just nonsense. So the first step is acknowledging that, to say, maybe David is right. Maybe there's something more to it than the luck of the stars. Step 2 would be to say, well, what does it take? There are healthy beliefs or principles and healthy habits that I can employ. Well, that means I can learn them. That's step 2, is figuring out what they are. That's good news, because you can learn. It's really, really good news, because you can be taught. I mean, that's really cool. If I had to build something, if I had the moral obligation to build a treehouse in the backyard, and I had no tools to do it, I mean, whatsoever, it'd be good news if someone said, hey, I can get you the tools so that you can complete the task and actually enjoy doing it to various degrees. I mean, marriage is not enjoyable all the time. It is for my wife. She is thoroughly, constantly entertained and fulfilled and joyful in our marriage. And I can say that because she is not listening. Of course, it's not always joyful. Oh my goodness. But the fact is, in general, yes, it can be. And there are tools you can learn so that it's not based on the luck of the cards, not based on the astral alignment. So I want to encourage you. That's it. That's a short post. One is to come to the awareness that it's not based on luck, and you're not a victim. And that's what I try to encourage couples so many times when they're some have headed to divorce, when they're on the brinks of divorce. One of my very first things to try to encourage them is to embrace the fact that this can be fixed. Usually. Not all the time, but usually it can, especially if both people actually want it to be better. And they go, well, I don't know what to do. Well, good news. I can teach you. I can teach you the exact tools you need to get out of this hump, this mess, this hole, so that you can be thriving and healthy and whole. I didn't make them all up. Some, I guess I did, from doing my own little research, but most are just tried and true by the specialist for a really long time. So I want to encourage you, wherever you are, if you're listening to this in the car, truck, taking a jog, whatever it is you're doing, if you find yourself very discouraged in your marriage and you're wondering if it's time to get out and you don't have much hope and you think there's nothing at all that can fix it, I want to encourage you by saying, most likely, you're wrong. And that's good news, because it means most likely there are things you can do. Most likely there are tools that you just haven't learned yet, or you're not employing them right or correctly. And that matters. So don't give up. Don't give up. Perhaps there are tools out there you don't know just yet that can get you where you want to go. And I have found in my experience, every single time in a dozen to 15 years or so of couples counseling, life coaching, that especially when both people want to do their best, they're absolutely soaring when they learn the tools. They're soaring above the clouds. To use my metaphor, they're doing well. Don't give up. Look for the tools. And of course, come to a marriage workshop. This whole thing really is not just a commercial, but I'm going to cover what I think are the main healthy habits and the healthy beliefs that allow you to have a thriving, joyful marriage for life. And when my book is released, which I'm working on right now, I will reveal those to you as well. But there are many other good books out there already, so get to work. But don't give up. God bless you, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for listening to today's Glimpse of the Kingdom. If you want more theological reflections, go to davidpendergrass.com. If you want me to come out to your church or to help your organization with consulting, go to davidpendergrassconsulting.com.